to Monumental Moments, where we live to multiply His movement. I'm Melissa Matchenbacher, and this is a place we passionately pursue and proclaim Jesus. Today's monumental moment is titled, An Elephant Never Forgets. We finally made it. We dreamed, saved, planned, prepared, cashed in hotel points and airline miles and all the perks to travel thousands of miles to the other side of the world. It was no small undertaking. It sounds glamorous, but there was a cost. We took the cheap seats. You know, the ones at the back of the airplane by the bathrooms? We forfeited direct flights. We chose multiple stops and long layovers and used multiple airline carriers and partners to travel as cheap as possible. As my husband says, you pay for it one way or another. And he was right. We had well over 30 hours of travel in each direction. But we made it to Phuket, Thailand. It was beautiful. The people, the culture, food, scenery, all of it was amazing. And it was an incredible experience. One night, after a long day of rotating between the infinity pool and playing in the ocean, we took time to slow down even more and to take in the mesmerizing beauty of the spectacular sunset. With just a few clouds that were suspended in the pale blue sky, it gave the illusion of fluffy cotton candy that was just hanging in the air. Our hearts were captivated. The sun refused to linger, and it quickly disappeared behind the depths of the ocean blue. We sat speechless, hand in hand, admiring God's matchless masterpiece. I have to admit, now that I'm getting older, my eyes aren't as sharp as they once were. Taking time to readjust to the increasingly darker sky, I continued to scan the horizon, the ocean, the seashore, all while thanking God for the wonderful day and experience. As I looked off into the distance, watching the gentle waves that were just continually massaging the sandy seashore, I was surprised. I broke the silence, I pointed toward the south, and I told my husband, look how close that boat is to the shore. I was shocked. This large, faint blob, according to my tired eyes, was at the water's edge, and it appeared to run aground. Yet somehow it was moving slowly in our direction. We both sat and stared. To my surprise, my husband said, Melissa, that's not a boat. That's an elephant. What? An elephant? I screamed. I knew that we were in Thailand, but an elephant taking a stroll on the beach was a whole nother level. Are you serious? I said. He went on to reassure me that an elephant was headed in our direction. We both jumped up simultaneously and we started running. Not from the elephant, but to it. Scott was right. There was an elephant on the beach in Phuket, Thailand. My older eyes, though tired from the sun-kissed day and the salty seawater, they began to see it as plain as day. Suddenly, we were face to face with an elephant. A local man was simply out taking a stroll, riding his elephant as casual as you or I would be walking our dog on the beach. We took a moment to greet them, and we fed the elephant a few palm tree leaves. It was really a sight to behold. We haven't stopped talking about it since that experience. I have to laugh when I think about the initial image. I thought that I saw a boat. As you know, there's a big difference between a boat and an elephant. With a little bit of help, the Lord quickly brought the image into perspective for me. God's good at doing that for all of us. He sent His Son, Jesus Christ, that we could see and experience the fullness of His eternal love for us. He desires to have living encounters with us. He sends His Holy Spirit to continue to guide and to teach, correct, reveal, heal, encourage us moment by moment, no matter where we are. This experience in Thailand made me think of the blind man in Mark chapter 8, verses 22 through 25. It says this, they came to Bethsaida, and some people brought a blind man and begged Jesus to touch him. He took the blind man by the hand and he led him outside the village. When he had spit on the man's eyes and put his hands on him, Jesus asked, do you see anything? He looked up and he said, I see people. They look like trees walking around. Once more, Jesus put his hands on the man's eyes. Then his eyes were opened. His sight was restored, and he saw everything clearly. Jesus changes everything. He led the man step by step into full sight. The man went from being blind to seeing walking trees to seeing everything clearly. God helped me from going to see an illusion of a boat to seeing an actual live elephant in front of us. God heals physically and spiritually. Have you positioned yourself next to Jesus and begged Him for full clarity? Have you allowed Him to lead you, to touch your heart, question and heal you? Has He helped you to see things differently? Take a moment now and ask God to open your spiritual eyes, that you would see everything clearly. There's an old saying, an elephant never forgets. May that be our anthem as children of God. May we never forget Christ and all that he has done for us and that he continues to do to bring clarity and eternal perspective. How can you make monumental moments and live to multiply his movement today?